The fervently pro-Brexit MEP argued leaving the European Union gives Britain the opportunity to counterbalance the bloc's mad decisions. Mr Coburn said the new role the UK will take once outside the EU could benefit Brussels in the long run. Talking to colleagues during the European Parliament EP's monthly plenary, he said, "Great Britain getting out of the European Union is something that might add something to Europe. We can have a counterview from Britain every time Europe makes mad decisions under Madame Mogherini and her crew." EUROPARLTVBrexit News. David Coburn said Britain could balance the EU's mad decisions. EU High Representative Federica Mogherini has repeatedly been the subject of criticism from the Scottish politician for her decisions in regards to the bloc's foreign policy. Mr Coburn continued, "I wonder if you think that might be something that could be an advantage to the European Union as well as other places, that we can balance Europe and the United States with some sensible views." Mr Coburn's speech came after French President Emmanuel Macron spoke at the EP plenary to ask MEPs to follow his master plans for Europe by demanding a bigger EU budget, a European Minister of Finance and a common asylum policy. Mr Macron warned Europe was at risk from a political civil war unless countries shun nationalism and rising authoritarianism in favor of liberal democracy. He said, "I want to belong to a generation that will defend European sovereignty because we fought to obtain it. Great Britain getting out of the European Union is something that might add something to Europe." David Coburn, "and I will not give in to any kind of fixation of authoritarianism," but Mr Macron's speech was met with mockery from Conservative MEP Amjad Bashir, who told Express.co.uk he welcomed Britain's decision to break up with the bloc as Brexit would help the country preserve its remaining sovereignty. Mr Bashir said, "The President clearly sees this as the saving of the EU. I see it as a recipe for full-blown federalism, complete with a big EU budget, harmonised corporate taxes, a unified social policy, a common asylum policy or a European Minister of Finance. Thank goodness we are leaving so it won't be us surrendering our remaining sovereignty." Ambitions like these from the Europhiles, when they should have been concentrating on jobs and trade, are what got the EU into this mess in the first place.